What's going on, guys and girls? Rob here, and channel update. And been kind of wondering what I'm going to do next. Just had my YouTube Racing League completed today. I got an all-star race coming up in the next few, probably weeks, not days. It's going to probably be in a few weeks, and we'll get those 19 drivers to decide who's the all-star champion. And I don't really have anything on my plate right now as to what I want to do. So I was looking around at my History Maker Golf. I just received my 2018-2019 set. Took them all apart. Have not played any of them yet. So I'm thinking, why Bobby Catalano, hello, how you doing? Thinking, why not have a full tournament with up-to-date players, along with the extras, the 24 or whatever extras that were given on the channel. And I'm seeing that it's okay. I'm doing well. Hoping for some good scores tomorrow on the Super Bowl. Don't really care who wins too much, but I want some good scores. I've got a couple of squares on a box, on a 100 square box, So we'll see what happens, and hoping to win a little something, maybe. We'll see what happens there. Hoping for good commercials. I never watch them. Wife watches commercials. I never watch them. Never do. I walk away then, do something else. I got thinking it's beginning of February coming up, and I'm like, okay, now what do I want to do? Well, I realize the second weekend in April, you've got the Masters coming up. So I know I'm not going to be able to finish this in 2 days, 3 days, 4 days. So I am going to make an attempt to bring out the 70 best golfers, and after 2 days, make the cut down. It may be 120 golfers. I got to find out if it's 120. If it's 120, I'll play all 120 of them. And generally 50, I think, make the top 50 is all that make a cut at Augusta. After we get to top 50, I fully plan on playing a full day of 16 golfers on Saturday and Sunday to decide the 2020 Masters champion. We'll see what happens. And it should be really good. I'm not going to have all A golfers. I'm not going to have all B golfers. We're going to see how well they play, and kind of look at see who's available to play as of right now, and let that crowd come in and be able to play at the Masters, and maybe we can kind of predict the future. Tiger Woods last year won the Masters. He's a little rusty this year. You've got some guys out there right now I think could give him a little bit to handle. There's a couple of golfers. Jon Rahm's going to be tough to beat, and I'm sure he's looking to be number one in the world. So we'll see what happens there. I hope everyone enjoyed my YouTube Racing League. The last race was nothing short of fun. A lot of people fell out of the race. I realize that, but it still, I think, made it a little more enjoyable, not knowing the points even until after it was over with, and to find that D. Scott Howard won the championship by 5 points. So congrats to him. He didn't win a single race. He won none of the top of the 10 races. D. Scott won none of them. So we'll have our 10 winners and then 9 wild card drivers, and they will be in the All-Star race. Bobby made the All-Star race. She won a race. Bobby Catalano won a race 6. Sean D did not make the All-Star race, nor did I, and nor did Darla. But a lot of our friends made it, you know. Let's see who all comes in here. You know, Alan Shaw. We talked to Alan a lot. I haven't really talked to him a lot lately. Ken Castro, Dale Lonsdale made it. Danny and Gray, they won the first race of the season. So he and his son sharing the wheel and ended up winning race 1. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to get out History Maker Golf. Got it right here. In fact, and we got to do a little work on the box there. I can do that there. History Maker Golf and the Champions course. And I think we are going to have us a full rundown and maybe do as much as we can toward a 4-day champion as possible and get really in depth. It may take a month to do it, but if it does, that'll be the February that I wanted to do. I may well do some more red, white, blue racing with actual drivers in an upcoming month or so after this. This will take a while. This will take a little bit of time, but hey, hockey talk tonight. We can talk hockey tonight. We can talk hockey. The All-Star game was really good last week. I was impressed. The 3-on-3 is fun to watch. I enjoy it. We need more, you know. It's just a shame Edmonton Oilers play so far away. They have such a good team, and they have a lot of good players, but no one talks about them, Edmonton, at all. And I'm a big Oiler fan, but they're just out in the middle of nowhere right now. So Boston, are they playing up to your expectations, Dave? St. Louis is playing well too. How about it, Dave? Is gut shot. High noon. What's up? Are the Bruins playing to your expectations, Dave? Do you like the way they're playing right now? A big chunk of news came out today as well. The Colts may have a new quarterback. Boston's fine. You think so? Okay. Yeah, I didn't know if you were pleased with what they had, or you thought they may need to tweak and line up a little bit, get a little more offense, or strength up the goalie position. I didn't know what you might have thought. I would love to see the Oilers go out and get another centerman, and I think they'd be set. I'd love to see them trade, maybe get them a centerman, and but I don't know who they would get rid of. Maybe a draft pick or something. I don't know. But draft picks in hockey are not like draft picks in baseball. They're very valuable. So you don't just hand them away. Gut shot high noon. How are you liking the Super Bowl tomorrow? What do you think? What are you guys thinking about the Super Bowl tomorrow? Made my pick yesterday on the channel. I'm going to stick by my pick. The over-under is 54. Play the over. I feel strong about this. I think it's going to be a high scoring game, and I think it's going to be a good game at the end. I don't think it's going to be good all the way through. I think one team is really going to jump to the lead, and then the other team, I think the Chiefs are going to be behind a while, and then they're going to pull the throw the coals toward the fourth quarter. It's just a matter of whether the 49ers can hold back the threat. But I think the 49ers will have a 10 or 14-point lead somewhere along the way, and the Chiefs are going to come back. It's just a matter of whether they're going to come back and win or come back and come a little short. But I think the 49ers will jump on top. We'll see. It should be a good game. And Andy Reid, who has more pressure on him than Andy Reid. Reid has a ton of pressure on him. He cannot afford to lose this game. It could be his job. I don't think it will be. You get to the Super Bowl, that's pretty good. But, man, oh, man, he got out of town pretty quick after he lost the Super Bowl to New England. He wasn't in town many more years after that, and they couldn't get rid of him quick enough in Philly. But I think right now they would have him back if he would go back. I don't think they're too crazy about their. I'm talking about Philly. I don't think they're too crazy about their coach right now. Anyway, they're showing a lot of. Had to work with the NFL this week. My job soured my attitude. Well, wow, gut shot. Are you from in Miami area? No, I don't think they'll fire him if they lose, but they're going to be real down on him. That's all he's ever been known as, is quote unquote a loser, And you look at the other Super Bowl. They're the way they used the clock was terrible. Nothing short of it. And they just didn't play smart. They just did not play smart in that Super Bowl. But New England's caught 4 teams that way. New England has caught 4 teams that played idiotic Super Bowls, and they ended up jumping on top of them and beat them. Seattle was idiotic. When they're throwing the ball at the 1-yard line, that was a stupid move. Philadelphia, when they played them, they didn't know, they didn't know what side the clock, what side are you supposed to look at and watch. They were idiots. Let's see who else when they beat the. But I had to work closely with the NFL pre-production work. Oh, okay. But yeah, I think preparedness, as much as anything, means a lot. And that I've been hearing all week. Well, always the best defense beats the best offense. What, let's see, 73% of the time or whatever. We'll see. We'll see what happens there. I just think both teams will run up and down the field on the other team. I really do. It's just a matter of time of possession and irresponsible plays. Let's see who makes a stupid play. And whoever does stupid stuff is probably going to lose. That's what I think. And I don't know. We'll see. One of those quarterbacks can really make themselves a big name tomorrow, being as young as they are, and especially with their teams. I mean, they could be back in the next 3 years. Both these teams could. I like the Niners too. That I think they had by far the better defense, and their offense is not that much worse. They're the better running team than Kansas City. And, I've been hearing all week, well, Kansas City stopped Tennessee. Kansas City didn't really stop Tennessee's running game. Kansas City scored and forced Tennessee to do what they didn't want to do. If the Niners run the football like they can run the football, it's going to be very tough for Kansas City to win this game. And I think the Niners are going to jump to a big lead. I really do, but we'll see. I see something 17-0, 17-3, something like that. I really think they'll jump to something like that. Good night, Bobby. Have a good evening. I really do. I think your 49ers are going to jump out on top. But there's always the but in there. The fourth quarter, I think Kansas City had come out like gangbusters. They may score 20 points in the fourth quarter. It's just a matter if the 49ers can hold 16 points for the Kansas City. That would be their lowest output of the year. 16 points. Ooh, I don't know about that. That would be tough. That would be tough. The lowest they were held to all year was 20, I think. 20, 21. It'd be hard for me to believe if 49ers could hold them that low. And when the 49ers take a lead on people, they play that prevent zone, and it's teams can run up and down the field on them. So I don't think if the 49ers score that many points, Chiefs are going to score more than that. I like you over in this game big time. You got 54 points. That's exactly what they're saying it's going to be. I like the over in this. I actually think both teams score over 30 points. And I actually think 49ers are going to score 40 points. And I'm not sure both teams will score. I think I picked 45-42. I think it's going to be a very high-scoring game. Yeah. I think by halftime it could be 3 touchdowns apiece, 21-21 or something like that. I think it's going to be high. I really do. So we'll see what happens there. It's 9:15 here on the East Coast. We're just talking about the Super Bowl. Heard news today that the Colts are interested in signing Philip Rivers. Philip Rivers is interested in talking to the Colts. His wife is not interested. She wants him to retire. It's well known that Philip's wife wants him to retire, but he's seriously considering going to the Colts. He'd be indoors. He'd have a pretty darn good defense, and he has a lot of good offensive weapons. A lot of decent offensive weapons still left there in Baltimore, Indianapolis. I said back a month or two ago that he may go to Indianapolis. Wouldn't surprise me at all. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I said all along that I still think Brady is going to end up either in Vegas or with San Diego. I still think that happens. I'm liking Vegas more than ever right now. San Diego comes to me like they may try to go out and get Breeze. And if they go out and grab hold of Breeze, that would really be the jump of the year right there. Nobody's even talked about Breeze being a free agent. And nobody thinks Breeze is going anywhere. But it could be interesting, especially with the Saints, with all the problems they're going to have now. If you haven't read up on the last day or two, there's a sex scandal going on down there. And I don't know. You know, you got to read up on that deal with the New Orleans Saints. Read that up. It's a little bit of a sex scandal going on down there. I just think there's a chance Breeze ends up leaving San Diego. I mean, leaving New Orleans. I don't think he would go to Miami. Tampa doesn't have enough, I don't think, to suit him. You know, everybody is saying Dallas for Brady. The only way Brady goes to Dallas is if number 4 is out of there. Prescott's going to re-sign. Now, he may get the franchise tag and be pissed about it, but I think he stays. But if he leaves, if Prescott were to leave, that opens the whole dam up, and the whole river can float any kind of way. It's crazy. It really is. It's crazy what could happen. if Prescott leaves Dallas. Well, number one, if Prescott leaves Dallas, the first place I would say he'd probably go is down to New Orleans. I think New Orleans would want him. Then Breeze, where is he going? Well, he obviously could go back to San Diego. He could go. He could go to New England. He could go to New England. Although everybody, by all accounts, everybody's telling me that Andy Dalton is going to New England. Personally, I'd rather see Matt Stafford go to New England. Matt Stafford is the one quarterback that I leave a big question mark right here and have no idea why he sucks so bad. He's got a great arm. He's a big, strong, healthy guy. He can move around the pocket, and he's never done nothing. He's never done anything. And I'm like, that's the one guy in the NFL. If you move him, and they will have lost half a season. Andy Dalton, to me, just wouldn't fit. Yeah, I'm with you. Andy Dalton to New England I think that would really be bad. But I think the coach wants him. I think Belichick wants him. I would rather see Matt Stafford go there. I really would. Matt Stafford going to New England, I think he's got a great arm. And I don't know. I might be wrong. I mean, he may go up and win 3 games. But he's just always been around losing people. You know what I'm saying? You stay around losers long enough, you start getting that attitude like hell with it. I don't really care. Yeah, I don't, that kind of deal, and just shrug off everything. There's a winning mentality in New England. And I think they could take a quarterback that's never had a lot of success and have some success. Andy Dalton, I'm not so sure about. Andy Dalton, I don't have a lot of faith in him, like a few of the other quarterbacks out there. But I would love to see Matt Stafford go to New England. I think that would be fun to watch. Andy Dalton, he may go up and win 12 games. Who knows? Good evening, Ken Castro. Talking about we was talking about the Super Bowl a little bit, and I just heard earlier. I've actually heard 3 reports of it. The first report I heard of Philip Rivers possibly going to Indianapolis was a Dan Patrick show, and that was on Friday. And then I've heard a couple of other news sources say, you too got shot high noon. Please join. Please subscribe. You'd be subscriber number 150. Thanks a lot. I've heard that sometimes I have to move my mouse rat. I was about ready to call it a rat around and get going. Finished up my YouTube Racing League today. And congratulations go out to D. Scott Howard. D. Scott Howard, my Season 2 champion of YouTube Racing League. My next project is going to be History Maker Golf. And it's going to be the brand new set, 2018, 2019 golf set. And we're going to play the Masters. We're going to play the Masters. Philip's in the house. And so we're going to see how that History Maker Golf goes. Should be a lot of fun. I'm going to try to find exact golfers that are going to be going to the Masters. And maybe we can get a little bit of a prediction who's going to win that tournament. It should be a lot of fun. Let's see. Tomorrow be a golf tournament early in the day. Have not even looked as to who is winning the tournament right now. I haven't watched a lot of it this year. Uh, yeah, don't know if I'm gonna be able to go now, Kent. And did you see that um, Clinton Parks can't go? It's Mother's Day weekend. I wasn't aware of that too. Yeah, I just found out about it being Mother's Day weekend. I was like, oh, geez. I picked some of the great weekends, don't I? Let's see. Waste Management. Oh, next week's Pebble Beach. Tony Finau. Tony Finau right now is the leader. Webb Simpson. Oh, wow. Oh, he's going to fly there. Really? Oh, okay. Well, I'll try to find out something by Monday. I will certainly try to find out something by Monday. And plus, I hadn't heard anything back from Dale Lonsdale either. So I don't know exactly what he's thinking or what he's got going on. Yeah. I definitely want us to try somewhere along the way to get together. I don't know where, but wherever. But it'd be pretty cool. Finau shot a 62 today. Webb Simpson, he's been always known for his putting. 64, 1 back. Hudson Swafford, 2 back, along with J.B. Holmes. Wow, a lot of Americans on the board. If you notice, this year does not have the #1 golfer in the world. Nor do they have Nicholson or Dustin Johnson. That tells me something right there. This tournament right here has then got away from paying guys appearance fees. It used to be you knew every year Scottsdale, Arizona, Phil Mickelson, Arizona State University, you knew he was coming to Scottsdale and he was going to play this tournament, the Waste Management Open. And I looked Wednesday and I didn't see his name. Then Wednesday night, I watched the Dubai Classic, and I see Phil Mickelson over in Dubai playing, and I'm like, whoa, something's up. Brooks Koepka, the #1 player in the world. So many good players in the top 10 and top 20 in the world are over in Dubai, not here at the Waste Management Open. And that's telling me they're not paying appearance fees in the PGA as much as they used to. And I'll tell you why they're not. You've got better golfers now than you did 20 years ago. Tony Finau came off of the Golf Channel's TV show, and he's leading this thing. So I mean, that tells me there's enough good players in this world that they don't have to go out and say, okay, Phil, $75,000, come show up here at the Waste Management Open. They're no longer doing that. They are not doing it. And next week should tell a lot. Pebble Beach, and it's AT&T, and that's where they have it's a pro-am. So the pro-am next week, who knows who will be there. A lot of guys do not like to play with the amateur partners. Tiger Woods doesn't. He does not like to play with an amateur beside him. I'll take the money. So AT&T Pebble Beach, a lot of times pretty fun to watch, especially if you like to watch. I don't know, Tony Romo. He's a pretty good golfer, and some others out there. But it should be pretty interesting watching. Bill Murray, he's getting to be 80 damn years old, still going to be out there playing. And Clint Eastwood he's hung up in clubs. He's no longer playing, so he will not be out there playing this season. Got my numbers today on the Super Bowl. And I like my chances a little bit. I have Kansas City 7 and San Francisco 4 on one board. And the other one I have 6 and 6, both teams with 6 and 6. And it's going to play quarter to quarter for me. So let's hope maybe hit a little luck with that before it's all said and done. I hope everybody went out and checked Dave Little's channel this evening. He had Legends of Wrestling on. Legends of Wrestling, a very, very fun game to play. That's a Phil Singer game, and he has hundreds of wrestlers. I've got maybe 100. He's probably got 500. And definitely go out and check his channel out. He has some good stuff going on. Speaking of good channels, you definitely need to go check Dave Gardner's channel out. He was in here a minute ago. He may have left. Dave plays every hockey game under the sun. I mean, Dave, if there's ever been a hockey game created, Dave has it. He is not the resident hockey expert. He is the hockey expert of every resident, not just the resident expert. He is every resident's expert. Philip Reynolds, he's playing. Dave's still here. Yeah. So definitely check out Dave's channel. Philip Reynolds, he's got his red, white, and blue racing going on right now. He's got Glory Days boxing going on right now. He's doing a great job with it. He's just got his red, white, and blue racing. He's getting it going, got it going on pretty good. Now, Dave played hockey today. You played an actual game, or did you play a board game? I'm betting he actually got out there on the ice and played. On ice or on table? Tabletop or ice? That's something to listen to at work. Yeah. And I have actually. Now, what did you do today, though? Did you skate today and play, or did you was it tabletop today, Dave? Dave is 53. I'm going to be 53 coming up in 2 months, almost 2 months to the day. No, 3 months. No, 2 months. Jeez. Referee ice hockey and play roller hockey. Yeah, I seen roller hockey, man. That looks harder to me than ice skating, than ice hockey. Yeah. Saturday morning league at the rink. Wow. Yeah. So what position do you play, Dave? Dave had to have scored. Dave had to have scored today. Hope he did. And when's the last time he got in a fight? Went to a high school basketball game last night and getting too old for those bleachers. Yeah. Oh, you play defense. Hey, it don't mean nothing. You can still score. You can still score. Remember, let's see. Scott Stevens had a 7-point game earlier. Oh, God. Plays defense and scored 7 points in a game. That's rocking it. Either you had a bad goalkeeper, or either you got one hell of a shot, or you can really pass. I was actually earlier today watching Kobe Bryant's last high school game. He played for Lower Marion High School and in Pennsylvania, and it was a state championship game. And a little rust on the kid. He is 17, 18 years old, but you could tell he demanded respect even back then. And 23 years later, he's passed away. But yeah, it was a real fun game to watch. Actually, you can find it on YouTube too. It's pretty cool. I like high school football, high school basketball even better than pro basketball. I do anyway. But 7-point game is pretty good. How many goals did you guys score? Jeez, your line scored 7, or you on your line scored 7. Man, you guys must have put it to wax on some team. I used to play. Um, I used to play adult baseball when I turned 30, and it was a 30 to 40 league, and I was 30, and I played until I was 33, and I enjoyed that a lot. I enjoyed it a lot. Um, I, and they let us. We used aluminum bats, which we probably shouldn't have done. Um, we had a 4-team league, and I was I put pretty good numbers up then. I enjoyed it. I really did. Oh, you played adult baseball too, Ken? Yeah. Um, actually, one season we played 24. We played 24 game seasons. We played all 3 teams 8 times. I think maybe I hit maybe 11 home runs. Yeah, and I mean the minor league ballpark, so that wasn't too bad. I enjoyed it a lot. I really did. Oh wow, 10 teams in your yeah. We didn't have that many. We didn't have that many to go through. We had like 13, 14 man squads, four teams, and we would play every time the minor league team was out of town. We would go take the stadium and play. And anytime people wanted to come watch, they had to donate like $2. It was a $2 donation fee, and we gave 100% of the money to the grounds crew, and they never had a problem with us playing over there. I knew the general manager of the team over at the time. Actually, years and years ago, or right around that time, I guess I was dating his sister, and he was the general manager of minor league baseball team, and they let us use the field. Gave up softball around 10 years ago. Around 5 years ago, I gave up playing basketball. Gave up golf in 1990. Oh yeah, I want to. This year is the year I really want to get out and play a lot of golf. I actually want to play. I want to video it all. Played 9 holes. And my wife actually took me around the course, and I think I went 5 over, 4 over, something like that. I actually got a birdie or two, or a couple of pars anyway. I think maybe I got a birdie somewhere along the way, but played pretty well. I hit the ball straight. Straighter than I've been. I used to hit it wild a long ways. Now, with with the fake elbow, I'm not able to make a full turn as much. So now I'm just under control a little bit more. So it's still fun. I love to play golf. I really, really, really do. Golf is one of the things. Yeah. Softball for me, I liked it, but after a while, you always got those teams that always like to stack your talent, softball wise. Baseball wise, it's hard to do that because you can't lazy baseball. Softball, you can lazy it out. I mean, you can go out there and play somewhere in the outfield or whatever, especially playing 4 outfielders. But baseball, oh yeah, wow, Dave got a hole in one years ago in real life. Wow. I actually par 3 downhill 160. I actually hit a par 4 green, 348, 358. 20 years ago, I hit it on a green. I tattooed it. It hadn't rained in a while too. I probably carried it 290, 295 in the air. I never hit a golf ball that far in my life. And it just bounced perfect 3 times, and it rolled right on the green. I was probably 20 feet away from an eagle, and I made a birdie on it. But I've never done it since. It's about 345, I would say. And I mean, I was pin high almost. I actually rolled past the pin a little bit, and I had to hit it back downhill. So that was wild. But I've seen other people do it. but I'd never done it before. But yeah, I've only made 4 eagles in my life, something like that. But that one would have been sweet to get an eagle on a par four. I'd have loved it. No, no. I've never made a hole in one. I've come close, a couple feet, but never a hole in one. I've been with guys that made hole in ones, but not myself. Never made one. I've played on short holes. Some of the courses I played 105, 108-yard par threes where you can just dial it in, But I've never been lucky enough to do it. I think a lot of times a longer par three you may have a better chance just because not only when it hits the ground it rolls a little bit more, 100 yards, 105 or something like that. A lot of times you go, it just stops. So. But I love playing golf. That's something I'd really love to do. Enjoy it a lot. And, that's why I'm getting my History Maker golf back out now. It's a little cold weather here now. Still, we're at February 1st. Tomorrow is going to be Groundhog Day, and we haven't seen a whole inch of snow yet. Dave, he's up in the Northeast. Ken Castro, how much snow have you guys had this season so far? October, November, whenever it started your season of wintertime. How much snow have you seen for the whole year? Over 6 inches, less than 6 inches, over a foot, less than a foot, over 3 feet. What have you guys seen as far as snow? We usually by now have seen probably 6 to 12 inches for the year. Dave, we had a snowy December, none in January. Oh, what that weekend? I'll book that weekend. Okay. 3 feet of snow, maybe. Wow. Wow. How about Dave? He had a snowy December, but how about 3 feet? Have you guys had 3 feet of snow? Jeez. Wow. It's actually supposed to be 65 here tomorrow. Unbelievable. It really is. It's crazy, crazy stuff. We had flurries a week or two ago. Close to 70 tomorrow for Apachata. Wow. Somebody, Danny and Gray, that comes on my channel, you're like, hour and a half from Dave? Okay. So both of you guys probably had close to the same. Now, hour and a half. Yeah. Now, Ken, are you in Vermont? Or are you in Massachusetts? I was thinking one of you guys were in Vermont. I enjoyed that state. Vermont, White Mountains. I rode all up in that area when we went up to Rhode Island. Okay. Only 12 houses in Rhode Island. You guys know that, don't you? Rhode Island is very small. 12 houses. Rhode Island for Ken and for Dave. Maybe Dave's in Massachusetts, right there close to Boston. Yeah. Yeah. Actually, the county I live in the state of Virginia is larger than Rhode Island. That's no lie. He's right. Oh, okay, Dave is right in Boston. Okay, I've been close to Boston, but not right in it. I rode by that. Was it 84 North Shore, Massachusetts for day? Right there, close to the Basketball Hall of Fame. Is that Springfield? I believe it's Springfield. I've driven by that. 5 in Mass. Ron is in Vermont. Okay. Yeah. 5, maybe supposed to say Dave instead of 5. Ron. Oh, yeah. Ron is in Vermont, I think. Yeah. Okay. Murderfield. I mean, oh, really? Is Springfield that bad? I rode through there. Yeah, I thought you meant Dave. Yeah, I drove through there and I didn't really think a lot of it. Um, we went to what's that place in Maine? What was that town in Maine we went to, Dar? Beth, not Bethel, down right at the shore. Portland. Yeah, I liked it. I like that town. Portland, Maine. That's a lot of Red Sox fans there. Top 20 in the nation for crime, Springfield, Mass. Really? Wow. We got one down here called Richmond, Virginia. Richmond's the same damn way. Richmond's rough. Richmond is a rough town. I went to the Richmond Coliseum. Oh, I love Portland too, man. Portland's awesome. Me and the wife loved it. My parents didn't like it that much, but we loved it. Um, I went to a Def Leppard concert, 92. Yeah, 1992. So what was I? 25, something like that. I was the oldest one in the car. I had a bunch of kids, last time you was in Richmond was 2011, and you escaped. You made it out of there. I had younger brothers, cousins with me and all, and we rode down there, and we arrived 5 o'clock, whatever, early enough to eat and everything. We go to the concert, and it was in winter time. So when we left, it was dark as crap, 11, 10:30, 11 o'clock. And we got back on this street. And if I'm lying, I'm dying. All right. I'm in a little Chevy Chevette. I had a little Chevette so it was before 92. It had to be like 86, 87, 88, something like that. I was probably 19, 20, 21 or something like that. And I went and seen Def Leppard. I don't even know which tour it was. But anyway, it was in a little Chevette. Oh, yeah, King had money, especially in the Chevette. But you talking about kid? We got up to a stoplight, and these two guys were on the sidewalk. One of them had a big tobacco stick, looked like about 7 feet long. He's swinging it at this guy running around my car. When he's swinging that damn stick, it's hitting the car. Guess what Rob did? The ones in the back seat were scared crap. I mean, they were scared the crap out of them. I'm sitting here waiting to see the light turn green. Finally, I'm said to hell with it. My mom don't want to go visit me in the morgue. I hit the gas. I go flying through this red light. We go about 2 more blocks and we see red lights, and they say, to hell with it. Go, Rob, go. So we kept going. And we went 2 or 3 blocks, and we finally get to a little bit lighter section. And when I say that, just more lights in the area and stuff like that. I stop at a stop sign and stoplight, and I pull up in the middle of the road. It's a 2-lane road, and I'm like, okay, if I get too close, anybody gets too close to us again, let me know. And my cousin's like, you go get a ticket. I said, look, dude, what's the worst thing can happen to us? I said, a cop pulls us over, and nobody's going to kill us anyway. I was scared to death. I mean, these dudes were chasing each other, beating the hell out of each other with sticks and stuff. I'm like, this ain't me, man. This just ain't me. And I was young and still the oldest one in the car, all these kids in the car with me. I'm like, oh my Lord, my mama kill me if something happens to them. And they're like, go, go. And they just sitting in the backseat screaming and hollering and stuff. I mean, I'm like, let's go. So I was like, if I get a ticket, to hell with it. But I didn't get a ticket. But that was so funny, man. I tell you what. But that's a rough, rough town. I didn't realize Springfield, Massachusetts was. I used to live close to one outside of Philly, Chester, Pennsylvania. If anybody knows Philly at all, if Dale Lonsdale was here, he could tell you, Chester, Pennsylvania, man. You don't walk down those streets. You stay in the car and lock your doors if your car breaks down. You don't get out the car. No way. Bullets fly there like change. I can't hide money because I don't have any. I'm serious, man. Chester, Pennsylvania, you're as apt to find bullets on the street corner as you are pennies. That's a rough town. That is a rough time. Yeah. Ken's heard of it, knows about it. Yeah. Chester is rough. And then where do you decide you're going to put the Philadelphia Union? Where are you going to put the Philadelphia Union? We're going to stick them right at the river, right in Chester. I'm like, oh, God, why would you do that? Oh, I've driven through it a bunch of times. That is one place you got to be aware of. No way. That's a rough area. I'll tell you another rough area, Savannah, Georgia. Savannah, Georgia, newspaper stocks. Been there a few. Just a shit. Savannah, Georgia's rough too. If you're driving down 95 going to Florida, you know, stop and get your gas in South Carolina or go a little ways further into Georgia because you don't want to stop as soon as you get into Savannah, man. That's just, that's not a nice area. Day or night. Day or night. You just don't want to stop. There are some towns. There are some towns I fear. I don't like Memphis. Memphis has always been a little bit like shady to me. Stayed there once when I covered the women's Philly soccer team back in the day. Wow, Ken. Well, you stayed well, it ain't even a hotel trust me, there's not a hotel in in Chester. You got to go up a little ways, get a little closer to the airport. That's not too bad. Going up 291, going back toward the airport, that area is not too bad. Essington and all in there, but yeah, they wouldn't even dare build. Man, if they built a hotel in Chester, yeah, they wouldn't even think about building one there. You don't even find a store there hardly. WUSA Soccer. Yeah. Now, what was that down at the new arena they got down there under the bridge, or was it at the football stadium? Football stadium, that area is not too bad. That's South Philly. It's still, it's not Chester rough though. Chester that is one rough town. Chester is rough. And now, being that was Mother's Day, and now that was 2004, I think. Yeah, they already had it built. I actually moved up there in 2006. Oh, at Villanova. Oh, that's not a bad area. Yeah, it's main line up there. That's up there close. That's up there close to where Lower Marion, where what's his name, played ball. Yeah, main line's not bad at all. Villanova's nice. Yeah, it ain't bad. It's right off the Blue Route. Yeah, that's not too bad. We lived right down the street from there when I first moved in with my girlfriend, now my wife. We didn't live 10 minutes from Villanova.
A little bit more. Where in Havertown?
Yeah.
About 15.
15 minutes from Villanova. Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't bad. Just up Eagle Road and go back around that way and be there. But we eventually worked our way west and moved outside of Philly a little bit. It got to be a little better. It wasn't too bad. We won't never in no real rough areas anyway. But yeah. So Philadelphia Charge and Boston Breakers. Yeah. Yeah. Was that back in the day when the what was her name? The girl from North Carolina, the girl from the University of North Carolina played soccer. Mia Hamm. Did Mia Hamm play on either one of these teams? every year except for a few. I cover the Penn relays at Franklin Field. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Franklin Field Penn relays. That's North Philly, isn't it?
What is it about?
Penn relays, Franklin Field, University of Pennsylvania. Ain't that North Philly?
No.
Is that West Philly?
Sort of westish into the city.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That ain't the best area either.
It's not too bad down there.
That ain't too bad.
No,
Okay.
not where the
Not where they have the relays and all right there. It's a lot of folks go to it though. That is a yeah. Mia Hamm. Did you ever cover her? Interviewed her a few times. Yeah, she married Garcia Parra. Yeah. Um, do you still go? Do you still go to the Penn relays even now? Yeah. Do you still go to the Penn relays even to this day? You end up seeing a lot of gold medal players, gold medal people if you do that stuff. Uh, I like watching college track and field, javelin, and all that stuff. That's fun to watch. Jumping the high jump, you know, the pole vaulting and all that. That's some cool stuff. I like watching all that. And oh, okay. Oh, all right. So he still goes to Philly for that. Now, when you go to that, do you try to make runs down to Philadelphia and go watch the Phillies play then? Um, Phillies just, I don't know what we're going to end up doing this year. May end up going to Baltimore. I don't know. Once your buddy said it was Mother's Day, I was like, oh geez. And then I was like, well, and then I hadn't heard nothing from you or Dale, and I was like, yeah, they probably don't want to go either. So it sounds like the wind's going to pick up outside on us now. It's supposed to get really windy here tonight. But I know Clinton. Clinton's not a big. He's not a big Phillies fan anyway. I don't think. I think he's more of a Boston fan. But I don't know who likes the Phillies. But I knew Dale. I knew Dale liked the Phillies because he lives right in Philly. He lives in South Philly. He can walk to the stadium almost. So I knew when we mentioned that about that he would love to watch him. Alan Shaw. He said he's been 20 years since he's been to the United States. I didn't realize it'd been that long. Because I'm on deadline, but I did that went to Citizens Bank. Oh, 2005. Oh, okay. Now, am I excited for the Girardi area? Definitely. Yeah. I'll be more excited if we get that third baseman. They're saying the one from the Cubs. That's looking more realistic day by day. And it looks like it may happen. So we'll see. If we can get him, we're gonna have an offense. I mean, our weakest spot would be either center field or second base. Yeah. Chris Bryant. They are in some serious talks right now with him. He is pissed. He is not happy with Chicago. He wants out. But I hope we don't have to give our catcher up. Real Muto is not happy either. They took him to the woodshed for to try to save $1 or $2, and I was just like, why? Pay the man $80 million, 4 years, and get it over with already. No, they try to save 5 cents with him. I just don't understand that. He's pissed at the Phillies about it. He is mad. But if we can get Chris Bryant, that will fill a gap that they really need filling. We may have to give up at minor league third baseman for him, but why not? Why not? The Cubs they're in no position. Yeah, he will be. Yeah, he'll probably get 30 home runs. DD will 25 or 30 if he stays healthy. You know, but when when your weaknesses are the kid that came from the Brewers, who played shortstop. Now he's playing second. Um, he's not a bad ball player. I can't think of his name right now. But he's going to be playing second base for us this year. If he can hit 280, 285 or something, fine. First baseman's got to get some hits. First. Not sure if I'm going this year. Oh, to the pin relays. Rhys Hoskins has got to have a comeback year. Rhys Hoskins cannot, he cannot bat 240 and get 30 home runs. That's not good enough. But of course, what's his name got 40 home runs with batting 245. So they both need to get better. They got to strike out less. And when I say that, I'm talking about bullpen is better. David Robertson, we're hoping to get him back maybe by June. We'll see about that. Didn't really go out and get a lot in the bullpen, but we're getting a couple of healthy arms back. I think they got to go out and get somebody before it's over with. I'd rather see them get 2 bullpen guys than I had 2 starters. I think starting wise we're not bad. Bullpen wise we're not good. Yeah, Robertson got hurt last year. He was out all. Surprised you didn't know I was a Phillies fan. Saw my first game at the Vet in '73. Wow. Yeah, I didn't know anything about Philadelphia before I moved up there. And I went to my first game in '08, and that was at Citizens Bank Park. And until last year, I had never went and they lost. Last year, I went and they lost a game. I went maybe 10, 12 games. They'd always won. I'd seen them play the Braves. I'd seen them play the Nats. I'd seen them play the Giants. I don't know who all I've seen them play, but I'd never seen them lose till last year. Just when we got to Jimmy Rollins' World Series ring, the commemorative ring, like he's got his World Series ring. So I got one of those back in the back room in there. Actually, we got a couple of them. Me and my wife both went up there and got that. Yeah, David Robertson. I've been to more Phillies games than Red Sox games, really. Years and years ago, I went when they first opened up Cleveland's field. What was it? Progressive Field. Seen them play the White Sox. Excuse me. Went to Baltimore. Good Lord, what year was this? 91? The last year of Memorial Stadium, 91. And that was a year Mo Vaughn was a rookie. And I saw Mo Vaughn hit his first home run June 29th or something, 28th. Yeah, he actually hit it out of Memorial Stadium. Boston lost 2 or 3 to the Orioles. Let's see. Where else have I went and seen baseball? I've seen baseball a few places. Yeah. I went to Cleveland. Yeah. Never been to Cincinnati. I would have loved to went to Old Riverfront Stadium. I would have loved that. Even though it was a dumpster fire of turf, but I still would have liked to have went there. Been to Three Rivers, Riverfront, SunTrust, Turner, in Northeast Fulton County. Yeah. SunTrust. SunTrust isn't that the Braves' new ballpark? I think so. That's out of town. That's like 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes outside of Atlanta. Yes, I thought so. Yeah. I know most people like that stadium now. Um, when they played at Fulton, man, they said you better watch out, make sure you got all four tires still hooked onto your car when you leave. That was crazy. I actually, the dentist that lives near me drove a big van down there, and they said they actually took two of his tires off his off his van when he was down. I'm like, jeez, man. Saw Aaron in his last year. Wow, he was playing for the Brewers, north of Atlanta, better part of town, and closer to. Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. I thought it was a better part of town. It's kind of out in the open, kind of. Yeah, Henry Aaron, still, I guess to this day, um, getting around and doing pretty well for himself. To me, still the home run champion. I figure I'm one of the few that feel that way. Bonds beat his record, but come on. You blow up a balloon. You blow up a balloon. How far can it fly? I was always surprised his head didn't take off when he come to bat. The wind's blowing tonight. Barry Bonds' head still in the batter's box. His head got to be that damn big. He already had a big head just because he thought a lot of himself. But after he started that stuff, man, he had a head like a pumpkin. Huge, man. That's one guy I never liked. Barry Bonds. Sorry. Any Barry Bonds fans out there, I'm sorry. I know I want to go to Pittsburgh one day, but I am not wearing a Barry Bonds shirt if you give it to me. No way. No. That's just one. When I was at the 98-6 Olympics, we stayed a half mile from Fulton. This big guy used to walk me back. Oh, I know it. I know it was terrible, man. I knew it was. Yeah. Atlanta was a rough town, man. Atlanta was a rough town. Yep. I remember driving back from Virginia down to Houston. I lived in Houston for a few months. And we get right there. I'm driving right there in Alabama, Tuscaloosa. Just went through the bypass of Tuscaloosa. And it's the most scared I've ever been in my life. I see a big tornado hitting the ground. And it looks really close, but they say it's still about 20 miles Alpharetta, Atba. But it was a big twister. And they even telling people turn around if you're on what is it, I-75, whatever the hell it was. I make a jet line around that and turn around real quick. I check in real quick at one of the hotels, motels, whatever it is, in Tuscaloosa. And I didn't know what to expect. And they were like, yeah, you can hear Goodwill there has nice stuff. All of a sudden, you start hearing the horns blowing in Tuscaloosa. And I'm sitting at this diner, and I'm just expecting every window to get blown away and all. When I walked out of this diner, there were bushes uprooted, ferns or whatever you want to call them, uprooted. I don't know how the windows held up, but man, oh man, I was one scared dude. That was the one and only time I ever just watched a hurricane come through. And then with the windows there, you couldn't help but see it coming. And it hit part of University of Alabama. And I felt bad for them. I really did. Found some great cinnamon buns in Alpharetta. Yeah. And then when does APBA do their thing every year? Is that July? I think it's July. Ken goes down there for 4, 5, 6 days. He stays about a week. Ken lives for APBA, folks. He is an APBA fan. Yep. So, and last weekend of June, a weekend after Father's Day. Okay, so it's in June sometime. Okay. And when does Play.com do their thing? PlayCon or whatever they call it. And I haven't actually looked at their schedule this year. I hope maybe they come this way. I'd like to meet Dave. July in Denver. Okay, July in Denver. Yeah. Anybody ever been there? Ken, Atma, anybody else in live chat? If you've ever been to the Play.com, the PlayCon or whatever they call it, Play.com con. Where the hell is it? Right there. Playcom. I've never been to it. I've just heard about it. But I think it'd be interesting. There's some games, like I say, I still want to get inside. Was it payoff pitch, not inside pitch, payoff pitch. No, only met Dave in October at the hockey tournament. Oh, okay. Okay. That's cool. The only play game I would consider. They just don't appeal. Oh, okay, Apple. Gotcha, man. Yeah, I like it. I like your golf. I like your golf. Couple of them I don't care about too much too. I'm kind of with you on some of them, but I like the golf and I like red, white, blue race. Pretty good. It's pretty cool. It's not bad. Yeah, I really. You don't know how bad I would love to go October, November, go up and watch some, go up to some hockey tournaments or something. That's something I've never done. Never went to college hockey games. I've always went to minor league. I hear though that even in college, even college ones have some fights and stuff. That's what makes good games. When the guys really don't like each other. I have all the Atlas seasons, so I'm kind of invested. I have a few other games, but I haven't played them. Oh, wow. That is too cool. What was that Ken didn't know? Ken didn't know that you didn't like play games, or he didn't know you had everything Apple has. What was that you didn't know, Ken? You didn't know that he didn't really care about the Play.com games. Ken likes some of the Play.com games, I think. But Ken's a player, man. Ken is a player. Oh, you didn't know he had all those seasons. Wow, okay. Do you have every season, Ken? I am talking baseball. I have all of their games and several other seasons and games. Okay. Ken, do you have every season of Apple? Every season they came out with? I'll be surprised if he says no. I figure he'll say yes. This should be an interesting answer. Oh, no way? Okay, I figured you had every one of them. Every one of the seasons. I love Atma, but I play just about everything else. Yeah, that deal with me and Philip, that whoever wins that bet has to get the payoff pitch for the other person. I look forward to that. I really do. I think payoff pitch would be fun to get. I think it'll be a real fun game. I just hope I win. I just hope I win, and I'll get to this season if I can get it. I'd love to get this season. I really would. That'll be a lot of fun. Been playing replay for the last 5 months, and I love it. Okay, replay. Now, where do you get that one at? Like, is it called Baseball Replay, or you can put a website up there if you want to. That's fine. Bought it in 2000 and didn't like it, but now you like it. Oh, wow. Wow, it's had it 20 and then been around since 73, replay. And now you like it better. Ah, wow. Wow-wee. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. So we've been around here for a while, been talking. This is my next project. I have got the other games to see how things like injuries and pitcher fatigue are done, but my baseball is my passion. Oh, that's awesome. This is my next one. ReplayBB.com. Oh, okay. I can definitely check it out after this. Going to do the Masters, guys. I just received my 200 golfers, actually 198 golfers, of up-to-date 2018-2019 golfers. Going to play the full 4 rounds at the Masters. We're going to have a cut. We're going to have it all. We're going to see who's coming in and going to be playing that tournament. In the next week or so, I'll be able to know more and more of who's eligible to play, who's not eligible to play. I'm not going to worry about injuries at that time. You've always got some guys that could get hurt. Number 1 player in the world's been hurt so much this year. It's crazy. I was at the APBA convention when the prototype of replay was shown to the public. Oh, my goodness. Prototype would have been shown, what, 71, 72, 70? That's wild. Really no more work's been done on my drag racing game. I've done, we'll see what happens about that. I would love to get that out in print and have it out to where people can play it. I think that would be awesome. I know a few people that would like to have it. Did Sites have a stroke? It must be somebody with APBA. But I definitely want to keep pushing it if I can do it. I would love to have it out available to the public. I wanted to have it out available to the public by the beginning of this year, but yeah, really no major run. Norm Rolfan, forgot the other guy's name, were very discreet. Sure, he never saw it. Oh, man. You guys know everybody. You guys know everybody that goes to the convention and all. That's pretty cool. That's all right. Go into their rooms to showcase the game. Oh, wow. That's awesome. So, yeah, History Maker Golf is going to be up on the table. I'm going to try to start pretty soon with the Masters. Super Bowl tomorrow, I am picking 49ers to win 45-42. I just hope it's a good game. Let's just hope it's a good, close game for this. All is good. Sites invented APBA, or converted national pastime game from 1930 he had as a kid. Wow, okay. Yeah. On eBay, there's a red, white, and blue racing game for $30 unused. Yeah, I seen that a few weeks ago. Yeah. I hate to tell people to go to eBay and buy stuff, but yeah, I've been noticing a lot of baseball too. 2000. Oh, is it to 2000 drivers? That's a pretty good deal. Then it really is. I noticed some teams from History Maker Baseball that are put on there. They're most time $20 or something like that. You have to pay a little bit for shipping, but they've got somebody. Red, white, and blue racing has like $13 shipping. Okay, yeah, going to offer him like 25. So Ken, you don't have it yet. You don't have it right now. Red, white, and blue racing. To me, my favorite set out there. This is just for me. I like a 1980s set. Just bought a new bike, motorcycle or pedal bike. Motorcycle. If you got a nice motorcycle, I got a nice shirt for you to get. I got it on eBay for you. If you like Harley, if you like Indian motorcycles, or if it's bicycle, racing bike. That's cool. Yeah. Gonna offer him like $25. And you may be able to get it for that. 25 and shipping will be 38. Yeah. If you know who it is, if I get it on Amazon for $45, I have gift cards. 60 months to pay it off. Yeah. Apple Chatter's like he wants to get it too. I'm telling you, man, you wouldn't believe the people uh, uh, that have come up to me and said they was getting it. Who was that told me? Geez, who was that said they just got it today or yesterday, a couple days ago? Oh man, my mind. David Demos, baseball demos. He just got his, and then Philip Reynolds just got his. So I'm telling you, man, our channels are going to be full of red, white, and blue racing very soon, and it's should be pretty interesting to see how many people are going to do whatever. The prices of laminated boards like you have for like. He said he paid 13 for three. He actually got three of them, but I don't know where he got laminated at. But he was tickled. $13, $6.22 for two is good. That's a real good prices of laminated boards. Okay, now I had to pay to get them printed too. I paid and got them printed because I don't have nothing. I don't have 11 by 17 card stock here. 11 by 17. That's bigger than 8.5 by 11. That's twice the size. So it's like two sheets. All he brought to Boston. Full set of NHL cards, and I got the game. Really? Wow. Man, he brought a bunch of stuff with him then, I guess. Man. Ken got him a friend. Three were like under $10 for 110 cards, like 10. Man, you can't beat that then, Apple. Sean, yeah, I gotta meet him. That's awesome. I don't really have a favorite. Baseball's probably my favorite sport. It's not football. Um, I like high school basketball. I like golf. What else do I like to watch? Uh, huh? Yeah, I like some college basketball. I like it closer right here. Right here in February, I start liking watching college basketball more because we're almost ready for the tournament. Tournaments, nothing like a tournament. I love watching that. Sean said, "Hi, Miss Rob."
Hi, Sean.
She's in there reading right now.
No, she's not. She's playing on her tablet.
She's playing on a tablet. Hey, you guys want to see something? Let me show you something. Check out her. What do you call that tree?
What, every month tree?
Every month tree. That's a February. Bright red for Valentine's. So how you like that? She don't take that tree down. She keeps that tree up year round. Well, you've had it up for a few months now. Yeah, she loves it. So she did all the little white lights and all for January. Now the red lights. Did you just finish it today or yesterday? Today. And then yeah. Of course, her birthday's coming up. Huh?
Green next month.
Green next month for March. Yeah, her birthday will be coming up in a couple weeks. So who knows? We may end up going somewhere for that or doing something for that. That'll be pretty cool. Valentine's Day is her birthday. So Mrs. Rob is a Valentine's baby.
29.
She'll be 29. And and 6 weeks, well, yeah, about 6 weeks later is my birthday. So my wife's birthday is a week from this coming Friday too. grandma's birthday is on. At Bachata, is it the 7th or is it the 14th? This coming Friday, a week from this coming Friday, is Valentine's Day. Sure is. Yeah, that's Valentine's Day. Yep. You got it. Valentine's Day is the 14th every year. Every year. And yeah. So I don't forget that, but I'm not too bad with dates. I'm pretty good with dates. Even to this day, we know the date we met. We know the date. Almost Daytona. Yeah, Daytona time 16th. I used to be a G Puck. I used to be a loyal NASCAR fan. A couple things tore up NASCAR for me. I hate the segments. Segments mess a race up. I love it. You know, they think people only want to watch restarts. I like to watch it when it goes green flag and they make green flag pit stops. I like that, but they're trying to do away with all that. Rest in peace, John Andretti. John Andretti was actually, I interviewed him on 2 different occasions. Met him a couple times. My mom really, really liked John. Little guy from the Indianapolis area. Mario's nephew, I think. And he was all around nice guy. Had stage 4 colon cancer. They came up and found about it September, October, and it was too late to surgically try to remove. And end of the week, he passed away. The end of January. So John Andretti, very, very nice guy. Won some races for Richard Petty. Just all around was a nice guy. I think he won races for Cale Yarborough too in the '98 car. Yeah, he was just a nice guy. It was sad when I heard that he passed away. He was just a real nice guy. Yeah, racing to me is just not the same. I've got a lot of good photos here too. I've got a lot of really good pictures of when I, standing right in front of somebody's face or whatever, taking photos. I got Dale Earnhardt's picture around here somewhere. Do you watch any NASCAR now? Very little, very little. I just don't like. I just don't like his segments. They tear up races so much. I hate that. I love to go to NASCAR sanctioned races, late model races and stuff like that. I love going to watch him. Yeah, I like doing that better. I'll even go to Martinsville and go watch the modifieds run. I don't mind that. But I just hate it that they split the races up and then automatically throw a caution flag. I think it sucks, man. Dad has a life-size cutout of Roy Rogers with his guns drawn. Can't tell me. Hey, yeah, Roy Rogers was cool. Roy Rogers was cool. Bob Money, yo. And Bob Money. And I see he's got that San Francisco emblem right next to his name. Home security. Roy Rogers. Yeah. Roy Rogers. Dale Evans. Yeah. Anybody in here got any notions about the Super Bowl? Who's going to win? What's going to happen? Looks like weather's not going to be an issue. About 66 degrees, 67 come game time. So weather doesn't look like a big issue there. What do you know about the NASCAR Whelen Modified Tour, Rob? I know right much about the NASCAR Whelen Modified Tour. I used to go watch. Let's see. Stick me with that question, Ken. Good evening, Bobby. Let me tell you some of the guys I used to go watch. Ted Musgrave. Ah, wow, wow, wow. Who was the number 13 car? Ah, I used to go see McLaughlin. McLaughlin. Who was that? Mike McLaughlin. Yeah, I liked him. He was a good guy. He was a real nice guy. Oh my gosh. Who's the one that raced for years and years and years and years and years? It always was real good. Damn. Most all of them from up in the Northeast, but they're fun to watch. Damn. I hate it when I can't think of somebody's name. And I'll find it right here and I'll be like, damn. Wayland Modified Racing Tour NASCAR. I want some of the older drivers. Older Wayland Modified Tour NASCAR drivers. So freelance writer reporter position for 2020, following the tour around. Think about putting in, wanting to hear my. Hell, really? Yeah. Would you have to? You'd have to go to each event. Huh. Ted Christopher. Ted Christopher. That's his name. Ted Christopher. You just throw it up and it says right there. Number one. Oh yeah. Well, I'm sure they paid. I'm sure they paid well. More of them are nicer than the NASCAR Cup guys because they appreciate what they got. Oh wow. Depends on where you got to go. My day was pretty good, Sean. Day was pretty good. The tracks, if they're easily accessible, easy to find, don't have to go through any major cities. If it travels good, go for it, Ken. Jeez. How many races did they run in a year? Maybe 23, something like that. They have some off weekends. If it rains, it always sucks. That's the sucky part. They don't run a March 21 South Boston. I'd be there. March 21st in South Boston. If you are a reporter for that, I'm an hour from there. No lie. I'm an hour from South Boston. Yep. I know where Ward Burton's property is down there. My dad was born in South Boston. Yeah. That's a deal right there. You follow the Wayland Modifieds. I will not only go to Martinsville, I'll go to South Boston. You'll even have a place to stay if you want to. Longest trip for you is Iowa. How's that, Ken? You come to South Boston, you got a place to stay. Certainly. Ted Christopher. Oh, did he pass away in a plane crash? Ted Christopher was one hell of a modified guy. There's a lot. Mike McLaughlin is the first one I always remembers, Mike, because he was always real nice. I hadn't really followed it in like 8-10 years. Yeah, I'm serious. You stay here. 45 minutes, you can be there. Let me see if I can recognize some names on here. Ryan Priest, Ronnie Silk, Bobby Santos, Ted Christopher, Donnie Leah. Oh, okay. Mike Stefanik. Yeah, I should have remembered Mike Stefanik. Tony Hirschman, nice guy. Wayne Anderson, I met him a few times. Rick Fuller, Jeff Fuller, Jamie Tomano. Yep. Jimmy Spencer, Martinsville, May 8th. Martinsville, May 8th. That's New Year. I mean, that's Mother's Day weekend. So I don't know if I can make that. Yeah. But March 21st, yeah, Mike Stefanik's a real nice guy. Watch for Meg Fuller. You gotta, hey, I'm telling you now, even if you don't take that job, I'll probably go to that. I'll probably go to South Boston. Would you say March? Would you say March 20th? Is that what you said? March 21st. Yeah. Oh man. Some of these little racetracks, I can get into pits and I can get into pits in South Boston. That all I have to do is have a phone number of yours. I can be down there. If they start races, let's say they start races at 5, 6 o'clock qualifying, I can be there 11 in the morning. And if you're here, hey, if you're here with me, me, you, and the wife, or just me and you, whatever, we take off and go to Martinsville. I mean, go to Martinsville, and or if I'm here for Martinsville, but for South Boston for sure. Yeah, yeah, South Boston. I don't know where you would fly into. Roanoke. You fly into Roanoke, that's an hour away. I can take you up there. That's the other way though. That's northeast. South Boston is, northwest. South Boston is southeast of me. So, it's a little bit further away, but still, I'd be all right. Roanoke's Roanoke's a nice airport. I've landed out of Philly down in Roanoke, so they offer flights. Yeah, definitely, that'd be fun. That'd be fun. I have not seen a modified race in about 20 years. We used to go see modifieds all the time. Late models, you have 2 conflict dates though. I bet it's May 8th. I bet that's one of May 8th. Oh, let's see, May 8th. That's Friday. They would race. Would they race on Friday? Would it be on a NASCAR weekend? I bet it would be. They'd race on Friday evening. Now it will be a lot of people down at Martinsville that weekend. Yep. But South Boston won't have that many people down there. No one in July and one in August. Oh, okay. But there's a lot of tracks I'd love to go watch. A schedule? Yeah, actually, right here. I actually got the schedule right here. Yeah. Wayland Modified Tour 2020 schedule. Yeah. Going to Daytona Beach this year. How about that? Part of the Spring Cup Series, May 8th. Yep, you're right. Jennerstown, May 23rd. That's up in Pennsylvania. Yeah, the late Ted Christopher. Yeah. March 21st, Saturday, South Boston. Wow. Thompson Speedway. Yeah, they got a lot. They got a lot of good ones. But South Boston's opening race. Stafford Springs. Yeah. Thompson Speedway, Riverhead Raceway in New York, Seekonk in Massachusetts, Wall Stadium. That was one of the races that we had in our thing. Wall Stadium in Wall, New Jersey, New Hampshire. That used to be the place where Jeff Burton won every time. Iowa Speedway, Stafford a second time, Thompson a second time, Oswego, New Hampshire a second time, Riverhead a second time, Stafford a third time, and Thompson a third time. How about that? So South Boston only that one time. And I know that used to be a pretty good race. South Boston, I used to be able to sit in turn one in the booth there if I wanted to. I worked in radio. Sitting in the stands is fine with me though. Yeah. Now, would you do more interviews before and after the race, or would you have to do more keeping up with the race during the race and stuff? Or how would that work? Would you be on the infield or would you be up in the scoring stand? Because South Boston is out there, man. I mean, there's nothing around it. It's a 4-lane highway, but then you drive a half-mile off the road. It's gravel. I guess it's still dirt. I mean, it won't not a dirt track, but gravel driveway up to the parking lot, and all the parking's just in the grass. That's South Boston for you. I don't guess they've done anything to it. I hadn't been there about 10 years, but I know where it's at. I go real close to it a lot. So basically, you'll be doing 3 days of reports, pre, the day, and the post. Oh, okay. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. If you want to come down here on Thursday or Friday and want to stay till Monday, you do it. You got a place down here for the South Boston. That weekend on Mother's Day, we're probably going to end up doing something with the parents. We're probably going to be lined up for something for that. But if nothing happens, yeah, you're more than welcome. All right, guys. Yeah, I've been on here an hour and 42 minutes, 10:40. And what's up, Keith White? Must not be listening to sports news much this week. I heard Girardi was hired by the Phillies. Thoughts? We will get together. Thoughts? Girardi cannot hurt the Phillies. He can't hurt them. I don't know if he's worth 5 wins or not. I still think the Braves are the team to beat. They got so much good pitching. And they don't have such a bad hit. But I like the Braves better than the Nats even. I think the Braves have the best team. Nats and the Phillies, I think, are pretty close to each other, especially with all the pickups the Phillies have made, and the Nats really done nothing to help themselves. If the Phillies end up getting Chris Bryant, I think the Phillies are better than the Nats. I really do. It wouldn't hurt if we went and got one more starting pitcher or a couple of relievers. I'd rather see a couple of relievers, but it definitely need a left-handed reliever. But Bryce Harper curse, I don't know about that. Hey, he's played well, man. He played really well last year. He drew a good crowd. We'll see what happens. I'm not so stuck on him being a curse. I think he's all right. Rhys Hoskins is who I worry about more than I do Bryce Harper. Bryce Harper will take care of himself. He'll get his 35, 40 home runs, 10, 15 stolen bases. Going to play my first game without my 2019 Phillies in a few. Ha ha. That's awesome. So I tell you what, guys, didn't he play summer ball with Chris Bryant? Well, I know this winter ball, I know Arenado, I wonder where he's going to go. Arenado, I would much rather have Arenado than Chris Bryant. But we'll see what happens. If Arenado goes to the Phillies, I like them better than the Braves then. Arenado, oh my Lord. Yeah. But Arenado in Philadelphia could hit 50 home runs. I mean, that guy could hit 325, hit 50 home runs, and knock in 130. In that bandbox, I know he could do it. Good Lord. Can you imagine if they had Hoskins and Arenado from the right side, along with Real Muto, and then from the left side, you got Gregorius, Harper. I'm telling you, You got yourself a team right there. Yeah. I keep hearing that Bryant is going to get traded to the Phillies. We'll see. He'd definitely be an improvement what they got at third base right now. We'll see. They're probably going to have to give up that young third baseman though. He's in the AAA, and he hit what 26 home runs last year, 28, something like that. He's a real good third baseman. They're just keep saying they're not going to bring him up yet. And yeah, that's your prospect I'm talking about. You talking about the Braves? I mean, you talking about the Phillies? Yeah, that's who the Cubs want. The Cubs won't hit that third base prospect for Bryant. I don't know whether the Phillies will give him up or not. You know, how old is Bryant? How old is Bryant? He's got to be, what, 30, 31 years old? I wouldn't give him up for that. I don't believe I would. I don't believe I would. Yeah, I don't know. It's still, you know, he's still got a good bat. He's still got a good bat on him. I don't know, but Bone or something like that. That's his name, third baseman. Yeah. Oh, is he 28 or 29? I'd probably make that move then if I'm in Braves. I'm in Braves, the Phillies. Bohm is his name though. That's a third baseman, and he they say he is stout, pretty good with a glove, not great, but a strong bat. And they didn't have a real good, you know, AAA club right there at the end of the year last year. They went through a few people, bringing up a lot of people. Yeah, he's a big guy. Yeah. So we're going to see. A lot of people say he may be having to move to first base. Well, if you know there's a chance you're going to have to move him to first base, I'd unload him. A big first baseman, you can find first baseman. You can find guys who can hit home runs, you know, DHs and stuff like that, which can be. He's a big guy, yeah, stout too. I mean, he's 230 or two. I mean, he's a big guy, yeah. He's a stocky guy, and yeah. If I'm in why do I keep saying the Braves? If I'm in Phillies, I make it move. I get Bryant if I could. Bryant's not happy. He wants out of Chicago. But hey, Real Muto is mad too. Real Muto is not happy in Philadelphia. They pissed around with him for $2 million. And I'm like, pay the man. Pay the man. He's best catcher in baseball. Pay the man. And you just can't afford to play with players like that. When you play with their heads like that, they go out. The Real Muto, he is one of the most calming factors they got last year. He was a real calming influence. I liked him a lot. And they cannot afford to mess with in his head. That's the last thing they need. They got too many. They got too many pitchers up there. That's Contreras is available. Contreras for is he a pitcher? Contreras? Catcher. Oh, is he for the Cubs? Is he for the Cubs? Or is he a free agent? Cubs. Okay. Cubs are trying. Yeah, the Cubs are trying to get rid of a lot of payroll. So are the Rockies, though. Wilson Contreras. Okay. Yeah, he's still not JT Realmuto though. Realmuto's a real deal. Realmuto can hit 300. He can hit 25 home runs. He can steal a few bases. And he can gun down 30% of the guys. I mean, he can do it. I think he's the best catcher out there right now. But trust me, if it came down to where we could get Bryant or Arenado, that's a no-brainer. I'd a whole lot rather have Arenado. Arenado could make that team 4 games better. Probably Bryant makes them two wins better, 2-3. But I think which of them can make them 4 or 5 wins better. He's that much. Hell, he won the MVP a couple years ago. Jeez, he's a good ball player. I've always liked Arenado. I like Arenado. He you know, I think he would be something the Phillies would like, and I think um, I keep hearing the Dodgers. I keep hearing the Dodgers get Betts. We'll see what they're going to give up. I think they want them two minor league pitchers the Dodgers have. They have one that's a right-hander, throws about 98. They have one that's a little bit older. I think they want to get both of them. See if Boston gets them. Cubs want to get younger for more service time and cut payroll. Yeah. Yeah. And I'm hearing their GM may want to be the one from Boston. I'm hearing he may be gone before long, too. We'll see. Anytime. Yeah, I don't know their names. I don't know their names, but I just heard it was a couple of good young prospects, and the Red Sox wanted them. We'll see. Betts won't be. I say Betts won't be a Red Sox opening day. I don't think he will be. Which, some people say that's going to be their season, but I don't necessarily believe that. They've got a lot of offense anyway. We got to see what they're willing to do and going to do. But it should get interesting. All right, guys. I'm Rob. I'm so glad you guys joined me. Thank you, Keith White. Thank you, G Puck. Thank you, Atma Chatter. Thank you, Ken Castro. Wow. Thank you, Sean D. Thank you, Bobby Catalano. Thank you, Bob Money. It's been fun tonight. It has been a lot of fun. I still say 49ers win tomorrow. 49ers win. 45-42. Highest scoring Super Bowl in history. I still don't think this will be a close game. I'll tell you why. I think they could be up 20 points in the fourth quarter, and the Chiefs are going to start going crazy, throwing the ball all over the lot, and it's going to be a close comeback, and the score is going to be closer than the game really was. I think the 49ers have a good chance to put some points on the board, and then the Chiefs are going to have to get in full attack mode. After the game tomorrow night, probably not. We'll see. I may come on here for a little bit. It'll be about 10:30 or something like that. 45-42. Yeah, no, it'll probably be 6-3. But I'm hoping it's a good game, and maybe I can win a little money off of it too. I got a couple of chances on the board, so we'll see. But I'd like to see the 49ers win. I like Garoppolo a lot. I love their defense. I think their defense is great. They just got to be able to be fast. You can't slow down speed, and that's the thing. The Chiefs are so fast. Chiefs have so much speed, it's going to be tough to beat them. But I think it's going to be a track meet. We're going to see which team can slow the other team down. My name's Rob. Thanks so much for checking out my channel. Check me around. Don't forget, we got the Masters going to start up. History Maker Golf. I've got the whole 2018, 2019 set. I just got them apart. So I will start first round coverage sometime this week of the Masters. And I got to see who all's eligible to play in it. And I'm going to have actual players that's going to be playing in the tournament or supposed to be in it unless they're hurt. And they're going to be in my tournament. And we'll see if we can kind of get a prediction as to who we think will win the Masters 2020. Till I see you again, my name's Rob. Thanks so much. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. If you haven't given me that thumbs up, give me that thumbs up right there too. I will be back around tomorrow. God be willing and the creeks don't rise. That was one of my grandma's sayings when I was a young one. So we'll go with that tonight. Till I see you again, God bless. Have a great, great weekend. Let's hope the game's good tomorrow, and you guys be good to one another and have fun. Have a good one, guys.